everyone, Stephanie Denman from the Denman Homestead here, and today I've been working outside. Let me show you what I've got going on. So, it's a warm one today, but the humidity was super low, and so it made working outside a little bit easier. Just took a little bit of a break because it was getting kind of hot, but I'm in the process of mowing out some of these really overgrown, ooh, it's bright, rows. Let me show you. Push mode row here, and believe it or not, there is some straw and cardboard that we did lay down these rows. But if you can see, everything is dead from the spring, and we are going to need to pull that out so we can get ready for fall planting. Some of this over here, my pepper plants, some of them are dead and some of them are alive. So these alive ones we're going to keep. I'll trim off what's called deadhead. I'm going to deadhead some of this stuff, but basically take off a bunch of the dead or dried up, so it gives the plant a second chance to come back to life. So okra is going to come down. I'll seed save because some of these okra pods are done for, but they've got a bunch of okra seeds inside these. You see these little seeds? So these are perfect for seed saving. So we'll have plenty of okra to save. Some okra is still green. That would be a good meal. So we've got some starting again down here at the base. So we'll leave some of this for a little bit and cut off the dead. We've got our kale here. You can see through the grass, but this kale's still really good to keep. It'll do really well in the fall, so we'll keep that. Swiss chard's a goner. That's pretty much gone. So we'll pull all this stuff out. And I hit some of that cardboard over there with my lawnmower. Flung it everywhere. But yeah, I've still got a lot of work to do in the garden. But for now, I'm just mowing these rows down so that you can at least walk down them. Because before, I'll show you a row that's you couldn't make it down. I'm even considering covering these rows, like just the walkways too. Getting some material to cover, so not to have to hassle with it. But this is where I kind of stopped mowing. While we're out here, I guess we could go look at the bees. Before we go to the bees, let's check out the loofah. Loofah gourds are still rocking and rolling, and I don't know how. I really don't. They are blowing my mind with how they have just done so well in this crazy weather and continue to put off flowers and loofahs. Check out this one. This one's ready to come off. Definitely need to come in and harvest some of these. Trim this up some. Look how this is spread. Mowing down there is going to be a fun battle. I mowed over here earlier. Guess I got this one. Still want to cook with some of these younger ones and just see what it's like. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But yeah, let's go check out these bees. There's the bees. I don't have my bee suit on, so I'm not going to get too close. But they're all coming in. Can you see them flying in? Careful, Luna. Alright, and now I'm down on the floor. Don't know if I'll ever get back up. So right now what I'm going to be working on is soil blocking. And what that is a technique where instead of using a bunch of plastic little containers to get your little soil pots to get ready to plant seeds into them, you can create your own by getting a soil block. I think this is like a 2" by 2" or 1.5" by 1, I can't remember. But this is a 4 block, and it's got little nubby things inside, so it creates a little pocket or an indent for the seed to go into. So what I bought at Walmart was one of these 3 bin drawer systems. And what I'm going to try this fall is to place my soil blocks directly into these bins and then use it as like a little mini greenhouse inside my house. So my greenhouse right now is torn to shreds. So I need to get new plastic or find another solution for that greenhouse. Plus it's way too hot right now to use the greenhouse outside. So I'm going to start my seeds indoors, but to protect them from cats and dogs and children and all that, I'm going to just try this system out and see how it works. I don't know exactly how many soil blocks will fit in each drawer, but we're going to fill them up and we'll just see where it takes us. But as far as the soil mixture goes, I'll show you. Come a little closer. So this soil is really wet. This is about a large bag of soil, and you can see when I squeeze it, a lot of water comes out. And you really want it to be wet, that, you know, like pretty soupy consistency, because you are going to squeeze out a lot of that moisture, but it's also going to help it keep its shape pretty well whenever you do put it in a soil block. So you don't want it too dry or else it'll be too crumbly and fall apart. You don't want it too wet or else it'll just become one big ball of mush. So you kind of just have to play around with the consistency and see how you like it. I will say, if you soak your soil for a few hours before you do this, it really helps to expand all those little pieces of, like, they've got like, you know, coconut fibers and things like that that tend to expand with moisture added. So just soak your soil for a few hours if you can in a bucket, and then play around with it until you get a good consistency. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your little soil block here, and hopefully you can see. This is kind of deeper than I would normally like to do it, because I kind of like to be able to mash it down and then kind of squeeze it around and get it really good and tight. But right now, because it's so full, it's a fresh batch, I'm just having to use the sides of this. So what I do is I basically get my soil block and I start over here, and I just basically kind of scoop in the soil with some pressure. And I just kind of slide this side to side, and what this is doing is it's helping to compact that soil in here. And I'm just going to do this a couple more times. Definitely messy, but it's kind of fun. You may want to have like a bucket of water next to you so you can rinse out this if it starts to get clogged up with soil after you do so many of them. Some of the little areas might get a little clogged up. But essentially, let me bring my little bucket over here so you can see. See them down in that soil's down in there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little plunger here and squeeze it together, and it's going to form my blocks. Let me show you what they look like. I know my hands are dirty, but this is your block, and it's got the little indent in there right there where the seed is going to go, right in the middle. So I'm gonna get to work and make all these blocks, and then I'll show you at the end what they all look like. Now that I'm pretty sure I have dirt all over me, let me show you what we're working with. So I need to count them, but each one has the little dirt sections in them, and I'm gonna put them in here now, and they're gonna stay nice and moist, and then we can get to planting seeds. Okay, that's the finished product. Each bin has 60, so we're working with 180 pods total in this little setup. And probably tomorrow I'll go ahead and plant the seeds, and I think the easiest way I'm gonna keep track is by making a chart of what rows has what seed. Instead of trying to put like sticks of what they are inside, I'll just probably write it down in a journal of what is what. That way I can keep track when I want to transplant in the fall garden what I'm working with. Cleaned up my little press here. I didn't make too much of a mess. A little bit, but all in all, I think it worked out okay. I was able to do this in just an hour or two, and it'll be, hopefully, fingers crossed, cat safe, dog safe, kid safe, and ready to get going, planting for fall garden stuff. And then I'll probably let everything grow in here for about 4 weeks, and that'll give me enough time to get my garden cleaned up, the temperatures to come down, and then we can get maybe everything planted by mid-October. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for hanging out with me today in the garden and getting my seed blocks done. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.